All right, everybody, welcome back to game one of season. It's 8 of the SBL.
God, we are getting up there.
Yeah, sometimes you don't realize how fucking many of these we've done. All right, teams. What goddamn teams we got playing today? All right, it is Fizz on Your Jace versus Joey's Top Lane Emporium. Nope. These are out of order. Because Joey is not on either of these teams. Danked by Mom. Yeah, it's Tilted Forward versus Danked by Mom. They didn't do these in order. Cool. Anyway. So,
10 out of 10.
Yeah, nailed it. We're doing well. We're doing well. Fans coming out already. We got Lux heading out at Danked by Mom, as well as Echo. Quick bands. Answered by Skarner and Karthus from the other side.
Well, it's the first week, and this is, for those of you who don't know, this is a short season, only 5 weeks, so every game going to count by the bucket loads, because that determines your seeding. Are we still doing the two don't make it to the playoffs sort of deal?
I know about that everyone makes it to the playoff this time.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly what the playoff is going to look like. I'm not sure exactly what the structure of the playoffs is, but I do believe everyone does make it to the playoffs.
Well, isn't that just family friendly? Everybody's a winner, except for everyone who loses.
Except for, 5 of the teams.
So first picks coming out. Looks like they're really setting up their bot lanes early. We got Braum and Ezreal. Ezreal's hovering by Madam Stripe, and bot lane for who's red team? Is that Ganked by Mom or is that tilting me?
Red team is Ganked by Mom, and
okay.
The other one is Tilted Forward.
Okay, so Ganked by Mom locking in their bot lane. Maybe Morgana isn't a support in this game. Maybe she's mid, because now Kindhosen hovering the Blitzcrank. That would be quite a pick into Ezreal Braum, both of who want to get pulled.
Yeah, I don't know about that pick.
So do you know about where people are going? Have you heard anything? Is 30 support? Is he jungle?
I don't know. I know he wanted this jungle really badly. I don't know if he is.
Okay, well, incoming Jarvan jungle, because that's all he can do.
All right, well, 30. I look forward to your anger at Dad. Let me know when it happens.
He can already feel it. I just know it.
Yeah, I hope he's listening. Fuck you,
so 30. They let through Blabuer's Vel'Koz.
Oh, the fucking squiggles.
That'll be fun to watch. I'm very excited.
Hold on, let me check chat. Is he typing squiggles already? Not yet. I bet it comes. I bet it's
incoming in the next 10 seconds.
Yeah.
But no, I'm excited to see this. If there's anything Blab's good at, it's playing on the back line and setting up just some amazing laser beams, like 4 or 5 man almost every single ult.
Yeah.
But 30 is on Vice, so he may have baited Blab into that Vel'Koz pick. I mean, because he can dive that backline pretty easy.
Yeah, we'll see, because Blab has literally had games on Vel'Koz where he never even flashes. Not once.
Yeah, yes, I recall that. Oh, and he's a troll. We forgot.
Aw. Why not the squiggles?
Probably because it's going to be top lane. Looks like Thrifty, of course, Thrifty's going to go mid. I don't know how we didn't see this before. Blab is going into the top lane.
I just didn't think they'd give up the squiggles even with him going top lane.
Yeah, very true. This blue team their lineup is pretty scary, and I'm not talking champions. But talking with 30 before the league, I do know he was really gunning for Kynhosen on his team. So let's see if they're able to work a little bit of magic here.
Yeah, although Blue Team has some really good engage, Thank by Mom has 2 different spell shields.
Oh yeah, that is true. Yeah, they're going to be hard to lock down, I think. But just one good Orianna ult in the Scion ult can really
Blab, what
spell
the
disaster.
fuck is that picture?
I'm scared.
It's just Poppy's face on Scion. I'm wondering how Poppy applies here, but
it's Poppy. Is it the Lolly Poppy?
It's just kind of blue. Like, it is Lollipoppy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Zion's holding a giant lollipop.
Oh, Jesus. Is that the new skin? Is that in the PBE now?
Yeah. Just they're gonna put 2 champions together.
Okay, well, 2 minutes and 40 seconds to talk about these lineups. I am completely lost with the new meta. It has been a good 2 months since the last Baddie League, which was when I played last. Do you know anything about the meta right now, Tree? Is it still the same?
Here's what matters in a shitter meta like the SBL.
I'm excited for you to tell me.
Sorry, Swift messaged me. I was reading it. Here's what matters in a shitty meta like the SBL. Everyone's bad at poke comps, so you better be good at team fighting or split pushing.
Yeah, actually that checks out. Well, all right then. Looks like 30's team, which is danked by Mom, because I definitely thought it was ganked by Mom, but it's with a D, danked by Mom. They definitely have a huge team fight comp, which I would expect nothing less of from 30. And it looks like Tilted Forward could probably do either or. They could probably set up a pretty good split with Blab in the side lane, then he can just come screaming through the lane to gank him.
Yeah.
Get a nice 5v whatever advantage.
Yeah, and I will be amazed if we don't see Blab back and then ult into bottom lane at some point.
Yes. Oh yeah, I would be very surprised as well. He's always looking for those kind of cheesy ganks.
Both top laners kind enough to actually take teleport. Hallelujah.
Ha! Exhaust flash. I want to see that top. That's some balls.
Not even going for the kill lane, just scared of everything.
I'm gonna play Maokai or Alawi top and go exhaust flash and just never leave the lane. Right, good luck, rest of my team.
You get on that. I'm sure that'll go well.
It doesn't go well.
I know.
Newsflash. Newsflash.
Yeah, nothing really fancy. Victor going with the shield while Orianna's taking that ignite.
No ignites on red team, but who needs ignite? Am I right?
There's not exactly a lot of healing coming out from the enemy team.
Yeah. I want to see Ezreal bring the new skin into the game. That's what I'm really looking forward to. If he can just buy that skin real quick.
I don't think he's gonna have it, man. I think we're about to be disappointed.
Yeah, I want to see if I turn on colorblind mode, if I'll be able to see the skill shots, like was brought up in the subreddit today, as you mentioned.
Yeah, so I can't imagine that. Literally, just could barely even see the spells. That would suck.
That seems like an unfair advantage, if you ask me.
Yeah, just a bit. just a bit.
I'm going to leave this to you. I'm going to run downstairs real quick and turn on my AC because it's a hot one today.
Good. Oh, it is the new Ezreal. Awesome. couple newer skins. So, Kindhosen back to AD.
Hey, he's got a Arcade Ezreal. I'm so excited. I'm so happy right now.
Andy, make sure you switch to the game if you don't have it up. Okay, there's Rek'Sai. That was the last guy I was waiting to see on the screen.
And looks like they are all 100% loaded in.
Yeah, and there's the music. We should be in pretty quick here.
I'm excited to see 30 on jungle. I mean, in the last couple baddie leagues, he's played support, where he's able to sit back and really shot call from a more optimal position. So I'm excited to see this.
Yeah, I know he's been wanting to jungle, so it's not surprising to me to see him there.
I expect to see a lot of pre-15-minute kills.
Alright, got everyone all situated. See if we see just zone defense or actual fades. Looks like Red might be looking for people to come into their side. On the win, and Renai gonna get into it a little bit up here. I doubt much is gonna come of it.
Skill shots, 10 out of 10.
Failing it. Yep. Red team just kind of hanging out here. DBM waiting for anyone to come in. Morgana buying dead person. Free money.
Blue and red team deciding a truce is in order. For the first 5 minutes of the game, anyway.
No rush. 5 minutes. Pretty standard early. And in more true SBL fashion, no one's going to go for a lane swap, which makes sense after some changes, but...
Ooh, changes. I don't read patch notes. Tell me about them.
I would if I knew the actual details. But I don't. And here we are.
And here we are casting the first game of the Swain Baddie League.
We're very knowledgeable.
The Swain Baddie casters.
Yep, pretty much.
Looks like mid lane exchanging their Thunderlords. Contagio is kind of in a tough situation, but doesn't give a shit. Laying on tons of damage.
Back and forth. Not a ton coming out of it.
Who is this Contagio guy?
He... I know used to play at Ponglands a decent amount. But I haven't been to one of those in more than a year, so...
Is he a rookie now in this league?
I want to say he's played in one before, but it was a couple seasons ago. I'm not positive. I've played with him before because of Pongland, so I get confused on whether he's played in the SBL or not.
Gotcha. Well, I'm excited to see how he does against one of the most prolific mid laners in the Baddie League.
Yeah, he's got his work cut out for him, but there's a good option to do it with.
Oh, a little bird named Swift told me he is a rookie and he's a roommate of Ghosts.
Oh, okay.
On the win, hitting level 3 early, getting the extra damage onto Blabur up there in the top lane. But it doesn't matter because he's just gonna heal it all back. Dub coming in for a gank.
Yeah, not quite able to get enough of it.
Not fast enough to catch the little Gnar.
Yeah, he knew what was up. I don't know if Dubdrum's being cocky or...
He's gonna be dead.
Yeah,
he keeps whipping it around like that.
Taking a lot of free damage, but on the win's gonna take some too because he wanted free auto attacks. Couple
Not as
mistakes.
free as he thought.
Yeah. And now the mid lane's getting back into it, so trading back and forth. Senpai taking a bit more damage there.
Why before we have any sort of gank, which is a lie, because here comes 30. Oh, Thrifty saw him.
Just kidding.
I'll let the Twitch chat know that we are aware we reached maximum number of clients on this TeamSpeak, but if you contact Swift, he can give you information about a viewer TeamSpeak client. Or server, I should say.
Also, if you're worried about getting on with your team, if it's just for the game, people will be clearing out after their games. We'll force them to leave, basically.
Very true.
In order to open up games for the people who are playing. It is only a 36-person TeamSpeak server, so... Still trades, no first blood yet. About 5 minutes in. You were right about the truce, I guess.
Yep, because here they are fighting over this scuttlebug. The truce, it's still in effect. Everybody back to the lanes.
50 under half health here, but he's up a decent amount of CS. Closing in on 10. Probably takes a few. Lots of damage blocked by Braum though. And we do have 5. Just checking out that jungle. Trying to work its way into mid lane. Might get it too. And here he is in mid. There's a few. And a flash out of Senpai.
Flash burned, but that's big in that mid lane.
Yeah, that matters. Undershot. Or underling, sorry. In a bit of trouble there. Both of them taking a decent amount of damage, starting to get pushed back.
If they stop... it's hard to play against Sivir because her push potential is so great that unless you have something to match it, you are just going to be down in CS almost no matter what.
Yeah. If she's pushing correctly, she can make it very difficult to keep up on it. On the Wind ults for high into the wall, and they're kind of going at it. Doesn't look like he's going to dive for that. Oh!
He will resort to poking him down under his tower in mini Gnar form.
Yeah, it's still a pretty tame game. No one taking any real risks here yet. Do have dragons sitting there. I expect to see people trying it pretty soon here.
And it is the valuable mountain drake as well, so... So, going back, looks like Rek'Sai choosing to get that Tracker's Knife, while 30, when he went back, didn't complete a jungle item yet. He decided to get 2 longswords, probably for better gank potential, I'm guessing. Wants to really throw out those deeps.
Yeah, he's already made a couple attempts at mid here. He's probably trying to put that heavy... Oh, circulation going under tower gets ulted as well. Stavio getting knocked up, and there's first blood. Renai circulation might go down. He flashes out though, and now Dubdrum's in some danger here under tower. Down
on
to
the wind.
1/3, but Renai circulation getting chased by On the Wind. Can he take him out? 3v2 here, split up into 2 different fights. On the Wind goes down, circulation very low. 30 flashes and takes him out. And now
You better watch out!
Yeah, 30 is running for his life on the enemy team's side. Can Senpai get
There's no
around
way
here?
30's getting out of this.
Oh, Ezreal ult comes up, just barely misses it.
Oh boy!
And got him.
Escape.
So, overall, 3 for 1.
Yeah, that was a very good gank by sort of collaborating Renai Circulation's ult with Thrifty's.
Oh, they all went on the Orianna.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well. That gank definitely worked. And now Orianna's scary.
Oh, I now see what you mean. The 3-0 Orianna.
Yeah. Yep.
Good luck.
Yeah, that's exactly where they wanted all of those kills. That worked out very well for them.
I think if Danked by Mom just focused on the right people in that fight, that would have went very, very differently.
Yeah, that was a very manly dive, but they planned it very well. Bottom lane still sort of getting harassed here. And there's the dragon finally started by blue team, TIF.
Yeah, but Dank by Mom does see this. I wonder if they're going to try to make any plays on the top side of the map.
There's a fight going on. Nice circulation took out a pink ward. Now he got ulted by On the Wind with 30 coming up right behind him. Let's see if he can make it out of here. 30 is 6, so he might... Yep, there's the ult. Knocked him up. Ed tries to ult out of there, but he is going to go down.
That was a rather strange interaction between Bizalt and Scions, but
I think he
works.
popped it right after. I'm not positive, but he was right next to the wall. His ult was barely active.
Yeah, I think when Vi collided with him is what stopped it, but I wasn't sure if it was that or when he collided into the wall.
It has to be the wall, because otherwise he's unstoppable.
Huh, well, aim better.
Some posturing going around wards in the river.
Slight goal advantage going over to tilted ahead.
Tilted forward.
Tilted forward. Yep.
Yeah, and Kaino's and Hibs just slowly working their lead bottom lane. They got about a 20 CS lead now.
3 players on tilted forward, positioning around mid. Looks like they kind of want to try something here. Nah, they're falling back. They're going to probably get that blue buff or maybe make a play on Herald. Or they're just going to go back to their lanes like a bunch of lamos.
Yeah, it looks like Kaino's and Hibs are very confident in their double spell shields to keep them safe while pushing up in lane. Which is why we've seen so much fighting in other places. And Scion's ultimate is coming up fairly soon here, so we might see him try and make another play, either mid or bottom. He is back.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see him make a play bottom. Kine and Kvote Hibs are really going to have to really manage their spell shields wisely.
Yep, here it comes. He's headed bottom already. They're going for it. So expect a Scion ult in a couple of seconds here. Vi's in the area though. They could turn this if they play it correctly. Especially with spell shields. Oh, but they're walking out of lane. It looks like they might be aware.
One thing you have to keep in mind too is...
There it is.
Rek'Sai does have his ult and he could be there rather shortly.
It's feud. Spell shield. Oh, they just split. Kind is alone, but he does have his spell shield still available. Goes
Gets
down
the knockup. 30 and save the day.
Yep. And Kiss Shot deciding to just ult out of there. That didn't go as they planned. Thrifty Senpai totally happy to just do his own thing in mid, but gets chunked out by Contagio.
She's a half health Victor Laser.
Yeah, that hurt. So after Swift told you that that guy's not someone from LAN, I realized the guy I was thinking of was named Contagio Contagiu.
Ah!
So I just assumed he shortened his name.
I think 30 took blue buff by accident after trying to give it to Victor. Whoops.
Rip. Rip. Just gonna take these 2 kills, gonna take this blue buff. Got some pings going down near Braum. There are 4 red players on the bottom side of the map. Ult coming up right away. He flashes, but does not hit that wall as Renai circulates. He's getting engaged on by on the win. He's going to go down top as Kishot actually gets away bottom for now.
Yeah, on the win, finish that frozen mallet, and that is just so incredibly annoying to lane against. Scion is going to have just an incredibly rough time from this point forward in this lane.
Stripe getting queued by Morgana. 30 actually goes in, a couple ults getting blown, and I think Stripe just flashed there, but... No, not
Lands
Stripe.
the binding.
Stop jump.
Oh,
Nothing
they could have turned that.
Huge. Yeah, they could have gone in on that. Nothing huge coming out of it, though. They just take the tower and then back off. Dragon is coming up in 30 seconds here. Looks like teams are starting to posture around it while On the Wind pushes that top lane.
Ghost wanted to let you know, same guy tree.
Same guy, so he did just change his name. Okay. I guess right the first time. Yeah, we have 4 red players converging on the bottom half of the map, which means we should be seeing this dragon coming up pretty soon here.
Oh yeah, Fire Drake is
yeah,
quite
everyone's
important.
coming down. On the Wind's just going to TP in, but there's going to be a fight real quick. Red team fighting over the site here, just trying to deprive blue of all of it. On the Wind and Renai Circulation getting into a poking match again. Renai Circulation taking a lot of damage on the Wind.
You just cannot get away.
Yes.
Has to blow his ult. Yeah, you just cannot get away from a frozen mallet on Gnar.
Yeah, he would not give up. And Dragon is started by the rest of the red team. They know he has to back them. He could TP in. He does still have that up, I believe. Yes, he does. So both top laners can TP, and there's On the Wind. He's coming up above them. He's 4v5 right now, unless it is met by another TP. They're all blown as if they're going to go in, but they do back out. They take that dragon. They got what they want. They're out of here.
Yeah, that top lane play really set up a very easy dragon. And now maybe even a rotate into mid take, because blue team has left the building.
Ooh. And a good gank into mid lane that I did not catch. I was looking at top lane, but yeah, it does look like they're looking to get a little bit of push mid, but the minions are not cooperating. Maybe a rotate. No. Yeah, they're just sort of hovering around mid to top lane, seeing what they can get here. Still looking to push that mid. Kindhosen trying to take it out. Takes 2 turret shots because of Braum messing with him. Yeah, looks like nothing more going to come from this unless Ezreal could get caught out here by Morgana and Kindhosen, depending on how they play this. They have pink wards. They should know he can't see them coming. Morgana is going for it. Let's see if she can land that binding. Oh, starts with the ultimate, not giving him any chance but to go backwards. Nope, he's going to get snared. He flash steals immediately. He is all out of summoner spells. Snare, and taken out. And Xerxes Empire is immediately taking out Stagio with help of 2 of his friends, so 1 kill for blue, 1 kill for red. Blue team, TIF did manage to pick up the tower while they were down there though. And it looks like they might be able to take out this mid as well. But they are getting collapsed on. Oh, Q lands, Senpai almost getting queued by 30. Nah, just some spells being thrown out, nothing really sticking. do have Baron spawning in under a minute, but 30's going over that wall, dealing decent damage to Dub Drum, but he's backing out as Dub Drum tries to go in as well. Oh, and there's Renai Circulation ulting for the on the win. He does knock him up, but he backs out at the turret range right away. Sort of back and forth going on here, but this does look like
he did pop Megan
fight. Yep, Underling now gets knocked out. Meganar ults 3 people, but only one gets stunned. On the way, taking lots of damage, and he does get taken down. Underling very in danger here. Lots of blue team is very low at 30, running off to the side as blue team's following him. He speeds over the wall, and he is safe. Only 1 kill coming out of that.
Yeah, On the Wind was just tanking for so long, just waiting for his team to show up and do a little bit of damage, but to no avail. They could not do enough damage to take out the other team.
I'm surprised. I feel like DBM could have reached a little farther there. There was a lot of very low blue members, and 30 sitting there with his ult up, as is Morgana. But I guess they were just too worried about that shockwave and everything, because that's sitting up as well. Oh, Circulation going in with the call on him, but that's gonna miss. Oh, as 30 goes deep, he gets 1, he gets 2! 3 down for the blue team. And KGO and him trying to pick something else up, not able to do it, but they are going to push this tower against the low bot lane, the solo bot lane.
Yeah, this is going to be quite an easy tower take. Yeah, it looked like they were trying really hard to get that dive there, but after the sombrero went off around Scion there.
Yeah, they went for it, but field goal right between them.
They were reaching a bit too hard. It looks like next dragon up in a minute 45. It's going to be the air drake. Definitely going to help with those rotations. But in other news, Baron has just spawned. Do you think we are going to see an early Baron take out of either one of these teams?
Looking at gold, they're too close, and neither team is far enough ahead. I think I expect it at least a couple, like 4 more minutes before we see a Baron.
All right.
Not unless they like get an ace and they're all full health still. And even then, I'd expect him to take whatever's closest. And we got a 2v2 going on up top lane. Bottom rotated up here, still trying to push over turrets while Renai is just helped out by Dub Drum.
Oh my, On the Wind is going to get so much gold from this wave down here. I'm sorry, it doesn't matter how long it's been since you've played. You recognize a good bot wave when you see a good wave.
We do have red team rotating in the mid. If they get caught here, they're in a lot of danger. And a teleport coming out from Meganar behind him. Ooh, but Gibbs gets chunked out. Senpai in a lot of danger. And he's going to get deleted. Underling is now also in a lot of trouble here. He gets ulted, not quite a stun, but he'll get taken out regardless. And that might be a mid tower as well, because Circulation is still top lane.
Could be. He does have his ult and teleports. They may try to bait something out here. But I don't see danked by Mom kind of putting themselves in that situation.
TP coming in and looks... Yeah, I mean it did save the tower, but...
In the end, you probably could have taken top at the same time. Oh yeah, that's a very low tower.
I do believe it was worth it, but
maybe not.
Going to turn on the Circulation. He is going to ult once again to get out of here, which is not good for them. That is a huge part of their engage, is that ultimate.
Yeah.
So they're going to count that as a win on DBM. And now they're rotating over to this dragon that just spawned. Does look like Blue Team might be looking to try and steal this. And they're not going to get there in time.
So, 2 Drakes going over to DBM.
Yeah.
The air and the fire. And did the mountain one go over to Team Blue?
Yeah, the TIF does have the Blue Drake or the Mountain Drake right now. Overall, though, obviously up 3K, couple kills, towers, like they're up a little bit everywhere, basically. 30 is going to get the 2 kills. 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 30 is going to get the is DBM.
I wonder if, because it is the first game of the first week of Season 8 of the Baddie League, if they're going to play a bit more passively around this Baron. Nobody wants to be the first team to throw a Baron buff.
And this is still a fairly close game. It's only, 3K is a decent chunk, but if you're in a full 5v5, that can still swing either way if you make one mistake. On the win, running right into circulation here. This looks like a 2v2 right now, but the rest of red team is close behind. Circulation heading to his tower, but I don't know if he'll be safe there.
Found an ult away again.
That's unfortunate. He's having to use his ult a lot defensively. As DBM just walks through another tower and looks like they're coming for another one here, the second tower top.
If you're showing 2 bot, you really should be pushing towers as hard as you can.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like they are going to get it. They know Sion ult is down, so they don't have to worry about that engage. And 30's just going over onto the side and ulting immediately on the circulation. He was out. He has to flash out. Underling throwing his Braum ult as well, just trying to disengage.
Although, I think Orianna just took 2 mid towers for that.
I don't remember if that first one was down, but
I think it was
got
super
the second
low.
one.
I'm pretty sure it was very, very low.
Okay.
And then was able to just brute force down that second tower.
Surprisingly, after that strong showing, they're still only up 2k on DBM. I'm willing to bet that TIF doesn't feel like it though, that they feel like they're farther behind.
Yeah. It's just been the inertia, gosh, what's the word I'm looking for? Not inertia.
Momentum.
Momentum, another property matter. The momentum of this game is just really swinging in Dank by Bob's favor right now.
Yeah, and as expected, we're at about the time of the game when everyone starts looking at that Baron buff. Wards start going down.
Here is a staggering statistic. Orianna has 10.2k gold, and the next closest person to that is on her team, which is 8.7 on Ezreal.
Victor has more than 8.7.
True. I mean on his own team.
Oh, on his team, yeah.
So Orianna definitely the stacked one for their team right now.
I mean, to no surprise, Thrifty keeping up with more than anyone else's farm. Also, those kills early really helped him get out there.
Now, On the Wind does have teleport up, as does Sion. So they're going to position down here in this bot lane. It looks like everyone really wants to go for this Baron buff right now.
Yeah, both bot lanes, or both top laners are putting down. Oh, and then ult from 30 on the strike right away. He's going to flash away as well as the Braum ult. Morgana ult, tons of stuff getting blown. He's getting stunned backwards. Underling gets taken out. Dubdrum getting snared. Orianna ult only going to pick up one, but it's Kindhose, and he's taken super low, but he's still going to go down.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
Kind brought to, it might look like 10 health at that point.
That was very close to a good turn from them. And now circulation once again getting caught by On the Wind, but On the Wind takes just a step too far into tower. So even though they've been losing these fights, TIF hasn't had a multi-person Orianna ult, and one of those is going to win them a fight, regardless.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they're not out of this game by any means. It's 3k. They are going to lose this bottom turret. Looks like they're giving it up, retreating back to a safer position.
Yeah, they probably want to fight when that Orianna ball is up, and it looks like about 5 more seconds here, and they'll be able to do just that. Wasn't that a fun little Ezreal back?
Yeah, that's what I was watching too. Stuck with me. I've been playing Final Fantasy, so that was dead on.
Yeah. All right.
See
So
a
now,
dragon, Elder Dragon, coming out here soon, and
actually, it's Fire Drake.
oh, I thought it was Elder already.
Nope. Elder is at 35, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
But
Well, this will be the last dragon, regular dragon.
I know TIF really wants this this red dragon. It'll add to their damage. Then maybe they'll be able to finish off some of DBM. But a second one wouldn't be too shabby for DBM. So we're gonna see a fight break out here.
No ult's getting blown, but everyone wants it. Everyone's fighting.
Gnar is
here comes the
teleporting
TP
in
behind him.
him.
That's gonna be big. Abramo coming out, trying to slow everyone down. Gnar ulting Tristan Senpai. They were trying to keep them out of this fight. They do not want him ulting.
Very well.
And he gets taken out. Dum-Dum also going to get taken out for the other team on the other side. 30 now kind of alone in there, but his team is following.
Pine is still full health.
Circulation looks in danger here. 30 being into him immediately. Strike getting chased after and flashed after. Circulation looking for a kill. Might be able.
No, the frozen mallet was too much to handle.
And that is a 4 for 1?
Yeah, 4 for 1 there. In that team fight, DBM did everything in their power to make sure that Orianna did not get her ult off. It was a one-man Mega Gnar ultimate. It was a Vi ult that came onto him. He had to flash out, still got chased down. And all while that was happening, Rek'Sai was diving onto DBM's backline, just trying to tank up as much damage from the carries as he could while his team peeled, but they just were not able to do enough damage to DBM. And DBM came out ahead and takes mid and an in-hit for that. But Fire Drake's still up.
Yeah, and actually right now would be the perfect time if TIF does want to take that. This is the perfect time. Does look like they're answering straight to the Baron, though.
Yes. Yeah, and that is the right trade in this situation. If you can't make it to Dragon, you may as well make it to the one other major objective.
They didn't rush it, though.
Let's rush the Wraith camp instead.
Yep. So, that is our last regular dragon. The next one will be Elder. No, I think we missed the Ocean Drake.
Yep, it was 2 fires, a water, and a mountain drake. Which is too bad, because I really like 60-minute games, and the Ocean Drake can really poise a game just for that.
Yeah, this game should not last 60 minutes unless horrible things happen.
I think someone's gonna lose at Baron, and then the game will be over. Ostensibly, anyway.
In order for TIF to win this, they really need a multi-person Orianna ult, which it seems DBM is absolutely not willing to let happen.
TIF. Grouping is 5 right now. Looks like they know that they're going to try to go for Baron, and they just want to be as ready as they possibly can be.
Yeah, they're poised for it, but DBM is also just sort of trying to bait them out.
Yeah, they have no vision right now. TIF has no vision of the Baron.
See a fight come out here. They're just looking for anyone who gets on position. Circulation, taking minor damage. No damage, really.
They really need to stay grouped
And
as
there's
5.
their base getting pushed in.
Yeah,
that's what they were waiting for. So as soon as someone goes back to clear that, which they do have to stay and clear, that's when we are going to see a fight for Baron.
A very methodic play out of DBM.
They push him out of there. It looks like they're going to head back towards that Baron started up, which might be a bait in itself. Senpai looks like he's already on his way over. We'll see if he can even get there in time, though.
Yeah, but with the Sivir and Victor damage, and then Ezreal helping out too.
They know, and they're turning immediately into this fight. 30 looking for the backline already. As Dum-Dum goes deep, it takes out Sivir. That's going to be super helpful. 30 taken down as well. This is going very well for them, actually. On the wing, taking out Tips. Circulation going down. On the win, in danger here. He's taken down to a third, fifth. Oh, he does have GA though, so
he's gonna get out of there.
and he had GA, which, granted, if he died in the middle of an enemy team, he dies regardless. But
So I want to point out why we are known as the Baddie League here. To counteract the just giant engage that TIF has, DBM has 2 spell shields, both of which were used absolutely terribly in that fight. Sion came ulting in, the Morgana ult was late, and Sivir didn't shield it.
perfect.
Perfect! Well done, everyone.
Nailed it. So, we finally got a decent fight from TIF.
Yeah, that was really good. I'm glad this is not looking like it's going to end right now because I like 60-minute games, as I said before.
Although we are sitting at a 6k lead for DBM right now, and that's pretty sizable at this point.
Yeah, I don't think that fight really closed the gold gap, but definitely kept the momentum stagnated. I'm curious to see if DBM is kind of shying away from Baron now that they just lost that fight.
It looks like they are. Looks like they're scared of it now.
I mean, they really need to make a play before this blue inhib respawns.
Yeah, it
You
looks
do
like
something.
they're starting to push lane, go back to pushing lanes instead and trying to force a Baron play. Have Gnar splitting bottom, which, I mean, has been working very well for them.
Both teleports up for either team. So it looks like we're going to do that whole top laners go bottom, teleport in when we need to
Yeah,
business.
we do have the 4-1 splits from both teams. Dubdrum sort of looking on the side here. Not sure if he's looking for an engage or just making sure no one else comes through, like 30. On the one in circulation, trading out minor damage. Yeah, and they're kind of going at it now. On the wing, just trying to get as much damage onto that turret as possible, but he starts tanking it. You can see some rotation down the bottom, but not a ton coming out of it. That inhibitor is spawned again. No tower here. I'm surprised they didn't go in on that, as on the wind went Mega Gnar.
Yeah, they must have just been like a little miscommunication there. Normally whenever you are about to pop Mega Gnar, you're like, I'm about to, it's gonna happen, but maybe not. Maybe they have other things in mind. We don't, we just don't know.
Yeah, they're struggling to break this base again.
Yeah, the last time they were able to break the base, it was because of a one-team fight at Dragon, which is about to spawn in 10 seconds, so maybe we'll see that same thing happen here.
Yeah, I expect we'll see him peel off for the Elder, if not now, as soon as it spawns when they get the notification. Still just kind of posturing, no one making any real commitment.
Binding onto Rek'Sai.
Yeah, it's on the double drop. 30's spell was getting taken out by the circulation ultimate. 30 now getting 2 of them there getting knocked out. But Tazio taking very low, very quick. Oriana, oh, just flashed out. And there's 1 kill. Underling also might go down here. That's 2. Can they pick up 3 on Dubdrum, or will it be 30 around the win who goes down next? Dubdrum now down, right, taken very low. He's going to flash out there on the circulation. As 30 goes down, the circulation is going to go out.
And a 4 for 1.
Yeah.
Yep, 4 for 1.
And that is most likely the game.
Yeah, and that is that's just what happened last time too. When they took the inhib the last time, it was a 4 for 1. How history repeats itself.
Yeah, Stripe is not going to be able to stop this. He is not nearly big enough. He does have a decent chunk of his build, but he's not going to be taking out 4 of them. Although they are very low.
They are very low. Everybody better watch out.
Maybe
His
he can
ult
save
is about to come off cooldown.
The exhaust! No, get in there! Don't go away!
Oh, what a little baby man. But in the end, DBM winning the first match of the first season of Season 8 of the Baggy League.
GG's to everyone involved. That was a fairly close game for, I'd say, about 25 minutes.
Yeah, that certainly was. A little bit less action than I was anticipating at the start with 30 moving into the jungle, but there were a lot of good counter engages early, there were a lot of good Cyan ults early, but in the end, DBM pulls it out. So, do we do the interviews?
Yeah, I guess we should pull someone up here. Let's see.
Who would you like to pull up?
I guess.
I mean, I didn't really see a breakout star on their team. It was just really good teamwork all around.
It was very good teamwork overall. I think I want to pull up 30 simply because I'm assuming he's their shot caller, and I have some questions about the early game specifically.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do a quick interview with 30 and then get off to the second game right away.
User was moved to your channel.
Hello, 30. Congratulations.
Hey, thanks.
Hey!
So,
how's it feel to be back in the jungle?
It's pretty weird.
How does it feel to not be playing Jarvan?
That feels better, actually.
I'm sure it does. So, in those team fights, you and On the Wind really had it big for the Orianna booty.
Yeah.
Can you comment?
I mean, after they had a really good gank mid with that Cyan ult. They got 3 kills onto Ori. That was their only damage threat. Generally, we thought the team composition was pretty low on damage in draft, but it really stood out that Ori was going to be really the only threat until, like, I guess as the game went on, we were getting kind of worried about the Ezreal damage. But yeah, it was just Ori. So if we take her out, we win the game.
Yeah, that's true. At the end, when you went 4 for 1, and then Ezreal almost killed your team, were there any clenched buttholes on your team? Was anybody worried?
No, not yet. I think if he would have got another kill, that would have triggered some butt clenches.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, because he was doing some pretty elite deeps with that Q there.
Oh yeah.
What else? I'm gonna ask one more, then I'm gonna leave it up to Tree. How do you feel about the collusiveness of your team? How's the teamwork? How's the teamwork going?
It's pretty good. I really like this team. I think we all get along really well. We joke around a lot. And I've never played with Tibbs, but I've played with Wind and Contagio and Kainos, and so it all works out. Hibbs is awesome. Hibbs is the star, dude. He should get MVP for this game.
Yeah, you all played very well. I basically just pulled you in because you were the shot caller, and we wanted to talk about a couple of those fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, very well played by all of you. My main question was that gank on mid, which you've already answered, so I don't really have other questions. So
well,
we can just...
I didn't. Well, what about it?
Oh, my question is just what your guys' game plan, which you've already said. You basically tunneled into Orianna. You made her day out.
Mm-hmm. We actually contemplated banning the Ezreal to make it a little bit easier to single out Madam Strike. Because their bot lane's the weak part of their team, so we were kind of picking some good engage, just decided to try to solo him out, but we left Ezreal up and he stayed alive pretty well. But yeah.
Alright. Yeah, I think that'll do it. We'll keep this one fairly short and move on to game 2. Congratulations.
All right, thanks.
Yep. And we'll be back quick here, folks, with game 2.